Hello, everybody. I know it's been a good long while since I posted on my own YouTube channel. I've done lots of interviews on YouTube with other people, but I haven't had time to do my own stuff. It's been another crazy few months. So I haven't had a holiday for 5 years because of working so hard, healing people, and also setting up my own hypnotherapy school, teaching people all over the world how to do my technique, which is a quantum technique that also involves entity release at the front end. And I realized that I was starting to become very, very tired. So we've just been away for 2 weeks. Yeah. So I've just had 2 weeks of sun and sand and feeling the ocean on my skin. It's just been fabulous. And I think I literally spent the whole 2 weeks just with a grin on my face because I haven't had a holiday for 5 years. And I use the phrase holiday very loosely because obviously it wasn't really a holiday because I took my two children. Um, so it was basically a change of scenery with lots of stress for 2 weeks. But it was great. And it was lovely to see the kids having fun. And they've become really fabulous swimmers. And it was great to try some different food. Although I have got every single food allergy known to man. I am literally allergic to this realm. And I've been in a bit of a tangle because of that due to the amount of dairy and wheat and soya and chemicals that's in things abroad. And it's just a minefield, isn't it? Especially when you're eating out. You haven't got a clue. Literally one night I ordered this beautiful dish that I was really excited about. And when it came out, it was just covered in an inch thick with Parmesan cheese, which I actually love, but I can't eat it because I'm allergic to it. So I'm looking forward now I'm back home to totally cleaning my diet and getting my temple, my physical temple, which carries my soul, my spirit, getting it back into peak condition. I'm also going to do a candida cleanse as well, which is a very good thing for everybody to do once a year, I would say, to clean out all of the funguses and uh, low frequency things that have made it into your body. Don't forget, you have a universe inside of you. And for those of you that want an illustration of that, if you watch I don't think it is the latest Disney film now because I think they've brought another one out regarding elementals. But if you watch the one before that called Strange World, it literally shows you um, the inside of a body and all of the little beings that live inside of a body that all feel that they are the largest thing and that what they are exploring is a landscape. But actually, if you pan out from that, what they are is the immune system of this creature. So I'm going to get myself back into peak condition. I've also realized whilst I was on holiday that in my life, generally speaking, I take no time whatsoever for my own personal self care and well being. And that changes from this week. So I've been meditating every morning when I wake up. I have been spending some time with my plants, playing my plants some incredible music. I have been spending time moisturizing my skin and exercising and drinking good quality water. So I'm doing things differently now I've had a breakaway. And I would, the reason I'm talking about this is I want to remind everybody who's watching this video to do those same things. We live in such a busy, stressful world where the focus is earning money in order to be able to provide a roof for our children, for our family, for ourselves. And because we're so stressed because of how this society is set up, we end up turning to coping mechanisms such as TV to de-stress ourselves, to zone out, to relax, to chill out, to alcohol, to take the edge off, to drugs, to gaming, to gambling, to sex. And whilst sex is a very, very healthy thing to partake in, sometimes it can come out of balance. So it's about having a healthy existence, and don't forget that we are here to live an experience. We're not just here to be a hamster in a wheel, constantly chasing our tail, constantly trying to make ends meet. It's about experiencing and living. Don't forget to feel different sensations on your skin. Don't forget to take pleasure in the different smells, in the different textures, the different sounds, the way music can make you feel, the way moving the body and stretching the body can make you feel, the way singing can make you feel. So that's a little pep talk for everybody. Now, the purposes of this video is I wanted to announce, if you like, something new that I'm going to be doing. So whilst I was on holiday, I had a lot of time to think, and over the past few months, since I've been doing quite a lot of interviews, raising awareness about entities and entity release, I have received a lot of emails and inquiries from parents on behalf of their children of varying ages, all the way down to 1, 2, all the way up to teenage years, and parents desperately wanting to know how they can take entities off of their children. So what I want to do moving forwards are several things. First of all, I'm going to be creating a manual that parents can purchase that will teach parents how to first identify if their children have an entity, how that entity has got there, what the physical, emotional, and behavioral symptoms are likely to be if your child has an entity, and from those symptoms and emotions and behaviors that your child is exhibiting, how to establish where that entity is, and also how to remove it on behalf of your child. So I'm going to be creating a manual that will lay that out for parents. I'm also going to be creating a live class for parents that you can buy with the manual. So the manual and the live class, where I will explain at great length what entities are, what they want with your child, how it is that they have attached to your child, what the symptoms and emotions are that your child will be exhibiting if they have attached, how you can remove those entities, how you can stop it happening in the future, how you can put parameters in place as a parent to protect your child from these low frequency energies in this parasitical realm that we live in, how you can educate your child to avoid these entities in the future. because what I really want to do is to empower parents to be able to protect their children. And not only to protect their children, but to bring their children up with an awareness and an education around the energetic body, around the different beings that live in this realm, and how our emotions can open us up to getting these entities attaching and taking our energy away. And it's very, very simple to explain this to children. I know, because I have two children and I have brought my children up. They're still both very young, but at the ages that they understand what entities are. They understand how they will expose themselves to entities through their emotional outbursts, and they understand how to regulate themselves so that they will not attract these low frequency energetic beings. And I've educated them to a certain level whereby they know when they have been in a specific situation, they know that they couldn't help their emotions, they couldn't help their angry outbursts, they couldn't help the feelings that they felt. And they know that since then, they haven't felt themselves. And they will come to me and say, Mummy, can you check me tonight? Because I think I've got something taking my energy. And I will do entity release on them that night, and they will be absolutely fine in the morning. Now, the reason that I want to offer this out to parents is, number one, to obviously empower parents to be able to look after their children in every sense of the word. So not just your child's physical well-being, but also their energetic and emotional well-being. What you will understand when you start to do this work as a parent is that your children's emotions and behaviors are directly linked to their energetic body. And if they have a parasite on their energetic body, that's going to affect the emotions and behaviors that they exhibit. If you take the entities away, you will notice that your child becomes a completely different child. They are calm, they are not anxious, they are loving, they are giving, they are entirely different because their energetic body is not being pulled around and stimulated by these low, essentially evil beings. The things that they say and do, their consciousness will be attached to these beings. And so if you have a child that exhibits horrible behaviors or is really aggressive towards other children or says really nasty things, they've got one of these things attached because it's not a natural state of being for a child to be in, to exhibit those behaviors. I always know when my children have picked something up because of the things that they say and the things that they do. So I want to empower parents, but I also want to encourage a new generation of humans through the children that we have, that we are bringing up now. For these children to understand the energetic body, to understand the realm that we live in, to understand their own emotions and how those emotions are connected to their energy centers, and those energy centers are connected to their physical bodies. So to start educating children, much as they are educated in schools, giving them the information that they are not given in schools, the important stuff, which will actually affect their lives and affect their health and well-being, both physical, energetic, and emotional throughout their entire life. So this is to bring about the evolution of humanity and to place our children in the best place possible for when the ascension of Earth occurs, because they're already halfway there. They're already living as a child would live in the new Earth, in the new energy, heart-centered. Because anger is not going to be something that you would be able to exhibit in that higher vibration. And so we need to be educating our children now how to identify the different emotions, how to identify what these different emotions make us feel like, and how to allow these emotions to pass through us, to not hang on to them, and to become the observer of those emotions. And I know that's a tall ask, isn't it, for many children, particularly young children, but it starts with the education around it. And then over time, children learn from other children. And if we bring about a huge group of balanced and centered children, those children will grow up and marry other balanced and centered individuals and bring forwards a brand new generation of completely high frequency children that don't even have to think about this because they're vibrating so high and because they learn from their parents who are balanced and centered and heart centered. So that is my absolute wish. Now, there will be a cost for this because it's going to take me a lot of time to develop the manual and the course, and but what I will say is it's going to be very, very cheap because I want this to be accessible for everybody. And when I say accessible for everybody, I literally mean accessible for everybody. So when people buy my practitioner training, the cost of that training, which is compared to other quantum techniques, very cheap, the cost of that training is what it is because when my practitioners learn from me and are trained by me and go through their theoretical and practical training, once they have done all of that training, they are then able to use that technique to earn a living. So they then use my technique to earn money for them. So the cost of that training is what it is because at the end of it, they are able to earn a living from it. This training that I am going to be, or this class that I'm going to be offering for parents will not give you the right, if you like, to earn a living from this. And that's not why you're doing it. You're doing it to clean your child. So for anybody that has questions around how is it that if I do the practitioner training, it's this price, but if I do the parents class, it's this price, that is the reason. Also, with children, they have not had the same length of time or the same length of exposure to these entities. So their energetic bodies are in a much better place. They are shiny and brand new. They have just attracted an entity to one of their energy centers. When you take that entity away, they bounce back so quickly. You don't have to do any work on their emotional states or on their identity. And this is the big thing. For myself and for my trained practitioners, when we are doing entity release or soul center healing hypnosis sessions on clients, we are not only taking the entities away, we are reprogramming the psyche of that individual to release and let go of all of the trauma, all of the limiting beliefs. We're reprogramming the immune system. We're reprogramming and realigning and cleansing and cleaning the energetic body, rebooting it. We are connecting with that adult client's higher self to find out why these entities have attached, how they've been affecting them. Why did they sign up for this? What was the lesson? Why did they choose this? We're then taking them into past life regression or quantum travel to find out the higher spiritual perspective of why all of this has happened. Why did we sign up to have this trauma when we were a child that's affected us our entire lives? And now we're the age of 50 years old and we find ourselves in a real mess physically, energetically, emotionally. Why did we sign up for this? That's what you are paying a soul center healing hypnosis practitioner for. You're paying them to identify the entities, where the entities are, to remove the entities, to reboot the energetic body, to work with your psyche as an adult, to reprogram the psyche, to reprogram the consciousness, to help you release phobias, to help you connect with your higher self and get answers to your questions, to help you connect with other parts of your multidimensional self and understand the higher perspective picture of why you chose this lifetime and why these things have happened to you specifically. For a parent taking the entity release class, I'm simply going to teach you how to identify, first of all, if your child has an entity, secondly, where it's likely to be, and thirdly, how to remove it. There is no form of education in that class regarding the psyche, the higher self, multidimensional self, the reprogramming the immune system. There's none of the psychotherapy or anything like that in this parent class. It is literally just going to be a beginner's class, if you like, to educate parents, first and foremost, how to identify if their child has an entity, and then how to remove it. I would also recommend all of these adults, these parents that want to do this for their own child, to book a soul center healing hypnosis session with a trained practitioner themselves, to get themselves clean and clear so that they are a very clean and clear parent for their child. And the reason why I always recommend booking in with a soul center healing hypnosis practitioner for that is, it's one of those cases, isn't it? When you've been the way that you have been your entire life and you've just got progressively worse, but you don't realize you've got progressively worse because it's like the frog that's boiling in the pot of water that's slowly heating up. When you get to this point in your life at the age of, I don't know, 46, and you've got all these physical issues, all of these emotional issues, sometimes you cannot see the wood for the trees. And if you were at that point, you cannot possibly do entity release on yourself. Even if you did the entity release on yourself, those entities would come back. Not the same ones because you've converted those, but a brand new batch of entities would be magnetically drawn into your emotional and energetic bodies because you have not healed. And that is what a soul center healing hypnosis practitioner will do for you. That is what one of our sessions will do for you. Through the process that we use, we will help you to identify your traumas. We will help you to identify where they've affected your body, both physical, emotional, and energetic. We will remove the entities. You will find out what the entities have been making you do, act, say, and feel. We will reboot your energetic system. We will pull out all of the dense, heavy emotional energy that is still attached to your energetic body. We will reprogram your psyche. So moving forwards, and that's done under hypnotherapy whilst you are very suggestible in the theta brainwave state. So moving forwards, you will not be the same person. You will be healed. We will reprogram your immune system to let them know that the energy has returned now, that they need to connect to that energy and take it to all of the places within you that needs it desperately to bring about physical, emotional, and energetic healing. We will connect to your higher self and find out the higher spiritual reason for all of this. We will connect to another part of your multidimensional self that will give you an even bigger perspective on why all of this has happened. For the parent class and the child entity release, it is very, very simple. It will simply be, this is what entities are. This is how they attach to your child. This is why they want to attach to your child. These are the places where they will attach. These are the emotions, physical symptoms, and behaviors that your child will demonstrate if they have an entity and where that entity is. And this is how you remove that entity. So, as a parent, if you're interested in that particular class, I'm hoping to complete the manual and bottom out the bones of the live class, if you like. So we're ready to go in the next couple of months. So in the next couple of months, I will have that ready to launch. It will not be the same price as the practitioner training. The practitioner training is the price that it is, so that when that individual has gone through all of the extensive training that I provide, both theoretical and practical, they are then able to charge for their services to do entity release on other people and all of that extensive stuff that I have just described. If you come on the parent class, you will not have the skills or the ability or the permission to charge for your services. You are literally coming on that class as a parent that wants an awareness around how to protect their child against all of this stuff, how to clean and clear your child, and how to educate your child moving forwards so that they have an awareness of how all of this works. So if anybody has any questions or queries around any of that I've just outlined, then please do drop me a message on this particular video on YouTube. I'm going to have to go now because I have my first client since I have come back off holiday, which I'm very, very excited about. It's amazing, isn't it, what 2 weeks away can actually do for you? Before I went away, I was just up to here. I have healed thousands upon thousands of people. When I say I have healed, I don't mean I have healed. I have helped thousands upon thousands of people to heal themselves. And that is myself alongside the higher team of energies that I work with. We're all working together to do this. But the only person that actually heals is the individual themselves. Because if they don't meet you in the middle, then no healing will occur, no matter what it is that myself and the team that I work with do. But I am very, very excited about all of the things that I am going to be involved in moving forwards for the rest of this year. For everybody emailing me about the 777 package, which includes the practitioner training and the 2 sessions, I've pulled that off the website for the time being because I don't have any sessions left at the moment. I need to look at my schedule moving forwards to see what availability I have. And once I know what that availability is, then I will put the 777 package up. But at the moment, the only package that is available is the 444, which is the full practitioner training package. And that is available to buy on www. You can't see it because it's up there, www.schhofficial.com right now. It has been amazing to connect with you today. And until the next time I see you guys, make sure you keep vibrating high. Take care, everybody. Lots of love to all of you. Bye-bye.